In this video, you are going to learn how to find out how your child is doing with their learning. There are a few different places to get this information, and I'll walk you through each of them. But first, a note about privacy. Your child's privacy is top priority at SchoolTalk. You can rest assured that their information is safe. Only you and the teacher can see information about your child. The only other people that have access to this information are the teaching staff at the school. If you would like other family members to have access to your child's SchoolTalk account, just ask your teacher to add their email address. They will be able to access the portal in the same way that you have. The first place you can get real-time information about your child's progress and achievement is from the calendar. By clicking on a subject, you'll be able to see any progress that has been marked. Here we can see that there is some progress marked in the progressions. The progressions are the focus of the learning. Anytime you see green, it means that your child has achieved that. Anytime you see grey, it has not yet been achieved. Anytime you see a yellow flag, that indicates that this is a goal. The percent bar indicates your child's understanding of the learning. If it is not at 100%, it might just mean they still need to keep working on it to be able to show their teacher that they know that concept independently. If you see a blue self-assessment bar, this shows you what your child thinks they can do. Again, if it is not at 100%, it just means they feel like they need to keep practicing, or they might need a little bit more help with it. If you see an arrow, drop it down to see more information about the focus of the learning. You might also see some more teacher judgments. Another place you can get information about your child's progress and achievement is from the learning log, which is here on the main screen. This is like a news feed with the latest updates showing at the top. You might see a post like this, which is a goal set. Students and teachers can set goals. Anytime you see this yellow flag, you will know that this is something that your child is or will be actively working on. If a teacher marks a goal progression as 100% achieved, then it will remove the yellow flag. This way, you know that the information is real-time and up to date. You might see a teacher judgment post. Here you can see the percent that the teacher has marked off for your child in this current learning focus. You can see the learning focus in the grey squares, like this one. Some posts might have more than one focus, like this one. This means your child has mastered all of these progressions at this level. This might be because your child has surpassed that level quickly, or the teacher has backfilled at a higher level, and these progressions need to be marked off as achieved. Either way, it means the same thing. Your child can do this. You might see some learning evidence. You can see who posts the learning evidence by posted by. Teachers and your child can both post learning evidence. This might be a photo, a video, or attached work, or a personalised comment like this one. They will always be attached to a progression as well, so you can see what the learning focus was for that piece of work. Alongside that post, there sometimes might also be another post showing a teacher judgment, so you can see how well they grasp that learning for that piece of evidence. Students can self-assess their understanding of the learning focus. This will always show up in blue as a self-assessment. To access some evidence, just click on it. If you have trouble accessing it, please ask your classroom teacher. The last place you can get information about your child's progress and achievement is from the progressions. This will give you a bigger picture idea of how your child is doing, rather than the day-to-day updates in the learning log. Here you can see the different curriculum areas that the school is currently tracking on SchoolTalk. Across the top, you'll see the year levels. Anything green indicates your child's achievement, what they've already mastered. Anything grey means they have not yet learnt it yet. If you see gaps in the progressions, This means your child has achieved some progress in this year level above, but has not yet mastered all of the progressions in the earlier level. There is still stuff they need to learn at this year level here. You can easily see at a glance how your child is doing. This information is real time and based on what the teacher is observing in class during lessons and in the work that your child produces. For example, Alia, this child, is a year 6. So we can see here by the end of year 6, this dotted line, this is where we would expect her to be. We can already see that she's on track with her writing, if anything, even working above. We can see that she's definitely mastered some levels higher than her year 6, so she's doing very well in maths. An area for improvement is possibly reading, as we can see she's still got a wee while to go to be where she needs to be by the end of year 6. To dive into an area and get a better picture, click on the green or grey bar. To go back a level, just click on the level earlier at the top. Anytime you see a yellow flag, this indicates there is a next step sitting within this progression. Anytime you see a blue light bulb, this shows that there is a self-assessment done by your child. To find out what the next step is for your child in an area, simply follow the flag by clicking. And you can keep going until you hit this pop-up screen here. Anytime you see this drop-down arrow, it shows you in more detail what success looks like for this progression. The progress in the drop-down arrow also feeds up to the big learning idea here. Here we can see that this child has 50% achieved this progression. And here at the big learning idea, this child has got a 25% achieved. This is how the app calculates how your child is doing. This information here also feeds up to these progressions. Anytime your child achieves progress, this little green bar here will creep up. Therefore, the information you see here is real-time progress. You can check this at any time of the year. You can also access the library of resources to support learning from home. For example, this learner's next step is to use prior knowledge to work out an unknown word in a story. These resources over here can help with this strategy. If your school does not have resources, it might be that they're still building their library. Ask your classroom teacher if you're not sure. To head back to the homepage, click the ST. We hope you found these videos useful. If you're unsure about anything, please ask your classroom teacher. They will be able to answer more of your questions.